The Keystone Cops, aka Norfolk Constabulary, are being sued left, right and centre by members of the public. So they recently posted to their website this article, which is ostensibly helpful advice on how to seek compensation from the force in the event of wrongdoing. The article begins, in some situations, you might be able to claim for compensation for something the police have done that was unlawful in some way. Compensation is unlikely to be paid if the damage or injury was caused by the police acting lawfully. The way this is worded seems to me to subtly infer that one's prospects of success are low. So they then go on to list some examples of incidents that could warrant a compensation claim, such as lost or damaged property, wrongful arrest. They tell you where to write and what information to include, and that their legal team and the likely very expensive lawyers that they outsource to when really in the shit will be happy to investigate for you. Quite rightly, it states that the court would expect alternative remedies to be sought before court proceedings are issued. I believe this typically means out-of-court negotiation between the two parties to establish whether there's liability and to negotiate compensation where appropriate. But I believe this article is a rather transparent attempt to persuade the public to go straight to the force's legal department without instructing a lawyer to act for them, which is absolutely crucial. It's irresponsible and really quite sly of Norfolk Constabulary to have omitted such important information to those who might not be clued up on the fact that there are solicitors that specialise in representing members of the public in actions against the police. Because rather than thoroughly and fairly investigating a complainant's request for compensation, what the grubby, shameless police lawyers will actually do is bamboozle the layman with their extensive knowledge of the law and tie them up with the complexities of it. Even if the police's actions are so patently indefensible, their lawyers will cite all kinds of paragraphs and sections and case law, responding with a lengthy document that might as well be in double Dutch to the rest of us. I also highly doubt that they'd be forthcoming about one's disclosure rights, and I've had lawyers acting on my behalf request articles from the police that I wouldn't have even known to. And just like their professional standards department, these police lawyers appear to have no qualms about backing provably fallacious statements made by officers. So without the help of a knowledgeable and experienced lawyer, you probably won't get very far. I've read through multiple pre-action letters and other lawsuit documents written on my behalf by experienced, competent and knowledgeable AAP lawyers, and some less so, but I'll touch on that later. And I can confidently say that I wouldn't have the legal knowledge and understanding to produce anything like that standard with all the legal arguments, etc. I wouldn't even know where to start, and that is why lawyers spend years and years and years studying law. There is, of course, a dire lack of police accountability in this country, and suing for compensation is one of the few ways we can get even a sliver of acknowledgement and recompense for their disgusting and oppressive behaviour, so it's important to go about it the right way. What I definitely underestimated when I first started suing the police is the importance of getting a good AAP lawyer. I've taken at least 6 of my cases to H&K, which has proven somewhat regrettable. So I chose H&K because for some reason they were getting rave reviews in the police auditing community. Add to that the fact it can be tricky to secure a good AAP lawyer, as police corruption is so ubiquitous that a lot of them are at maximum capacity with caseload. H&K would take one case after another off me, probably because the work is half-arsed and I suspect mostly completed by paralegals. Their willingness to take everything definitely raised red flags, and I suspected I wouldn't get the best service, but to be honest, I was thinking more about getting the police to admit liability on as many cases as possible over getting the best financial outcome, not that that isn't important as well. But it seems they give up at the first hurdle and accept clear untruths in the defendant's response. There are quite a few issues with H&K that I won't go on about now, but it was really when I started working with more reputable and experienced AAP lawyers that those issues became more apparent. I've requested all of my files to transfer cases to better solicitors. So I'd advise anyone looking to sue the police to be diligent in researching prospective solicitors and their firms. This could be the difference between winning a case and losing the case. Find a lawyer with experience, acuity, a proven record of success, good personal and communication skills, and importantly, passion for what they do. Lawyers that feel genuine affront at police misconduct and care about justice are worth their weight in gold. I was just wrapping this video up when I got an email about a post my lawyer John Hagan contributed to Ian Gold's blog, which I follow. The timing was perfect, as in the article John is talking about one of my cases, in fact the one that prompted this video. He mentioned some of the disclosure issues and dishonesty from the police, who attempted to withhold highly material evidence that I wouldn't have known existed. This cowardly attempt at passing the blame has proven regrettable for Norfolk Constabulary, who now have to pay the MOJ's legal costs as well as their own, mine and my compensation. Their efforts to withhold information and wheedle their way out of trouble perfectly exemplify the need for an accomplished lawyer to navigate proceedings. I'll leave you with screenshots of John's post. Just bear in mind each slide will only be up for a couple of seconds, so please pause to read. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.